Good morning, y'all, and it is a happy Sunday. Before I get started, I want y'all to see my apron. Is that not the cutest thing? And let me show you, I never expect anything, but Friday afternoon when I got home, I had this package on my bench, on my carport bench, and a beautiful card, my apron. I've got room spray, the magnetic bookmarks, which I'm already using, and then I got hand sanitizer and some bracelets. And then I want y'all to see this. This is handmade. I'm just always amazed at how talented people are. Look at that. This will be a keepsake. There's no way I can write in it. But Mary Lee, thank you so much for such a generous heart and thinking of me. I never expected anything. Her aunt actually made this. You know, my mother used to say, just give Deb a box that's wrapped with a bow and she's happy. And I guess I really was. I get so excited. But thank you so much. Y'all, I just want the Lord to be praised and honored in everything that we do here on A Bella Life. But never expected this. Humbled by it. But thank you so much. Today I'm doing Sunday lunch. I told y'all, I think, an earlier video that we're celebrating Ginger and Braden. Braden's birthday's coming up June 5th. Their birthdays today, and so they've requested my fried chicken nuggets, fried okra, cream potatoes, mac and cheese, homemade biscuits, corn nuggets. I can't remember what else. They like the Bluebell ice cream. That's what Braden will get. And I made the banana nut cake. And so anyway, I'm doing Randy had asked a while back, when are you going to do some minute steaks again? And I thought, he enjoys those. I'm going to do them. So I'm going to show y'all how I do my minute steaks. I thought when I put this liner in, I thought, well, there you done made a liar out of yourself again, because you said in earlier videos you really didn't use them, and I've used them the last couple of times. But I do for this because of gravy. And I did that roast because of all the bacon grease. And that's really mainly the times that I use them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a little bit of the cream of mushroom in the bottom, and I'm just going to kind of smear that out because I like for the meat to have some of the soup on all of it. I don't like just to dump it on top and just think it's going to go down. Okay, and so see, that's how that looks. Now I have purchased the packs of the beef minute steaks. Okay, and let me tell you this. I had someone on, actually it was the other platform, when I did my country style ribs, she said, you don't wash your ribs, and gave me this, I don't remember what the emoji was, but it was like bug-eyed. You couldn't believe that. No, you don't wash it. In fact, if you'll look at the standards for meat, you actually run the risk of spreading more bacteria when you're washing chicken and stuff in the sink and it gets around there. That's why there are temperature guidelines to tell you that you need to cook your meats to a certain temperature, because that's what kills the bacteria. So no, I'm not going to wash my meat. I wouldn't wash this. I'm not going to wash my pork chops, any of that stuff. You don't wash hamburger meat. And so anyway, I just thought I'd make that comment to you. And so I start by putting some, I don't put a lot though, but some of the nature seasoning, and we're going to layer them in here, and we're going to cook these in layers. And it'll take a while because I'm going to have several layers, because my men folks, they'll eat at least 2 of these, okay? And so I'm going to put just a tad. Now it's just a process of just layering, putting a little of this. Now, the other thing I use that you're familiar with is the onion soup mix. And so I don't necessarily use a whole pack. I may on this because I've got so many, but I'm just going to sprinkle just a little bit of that. And then we're going to go with our next layer. They're not wanting to cooperate. And you'll see a lot of times they'll have started turning brown when you lift them up, and that's okay. That onion soup mix is really smelling kind of loud this morning. Let's put us a little bit of on each one of the things, I'm going to dab just a little bit of the mushroom soup. I'll show you this later so you'll see. See how I'm looking? Okay. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this. Now, the way that I'm going to cook these is, it's almost 7 o'clock, so I'm going to say that I'll start them at 7. And I'm actually going to cook them on high for a couple of hours. Now, I want these tender, where you can cut them with a fork, but I don't want them when you pick them up that they're just in little pieces. But I'll cook them a couple of hours on high in the crock pot. And then before I leave, going probably about 9, I'm gonna cut it down on low, and I'm gonna let them cook until we get back. Okay, so there's my next layer. I told y'all I had a bunch of them. I got 5 packs of them. So that and if they're leftovers, Randy will be tickled, okay? So let's just put a little seasoning here. Because if you just put them down in there and you dump just your stuff on top, it's just not getting spread out to where you got the flavor in all of it. And 2, this helps to kind of keep them separated as far as cooking. And I don't know, I've just done this way for a long time. So, and it works for me. So, and you may have to play with it to see what kind of seasonings you want. You know, the Lipton, the onion soup mix, this is not actually that brand, but the soup mix can be really strong and it can be really salty too. So you have to be careful with that. So there's my last pack. I'm gonna put just a little bit of this. I'm not going to put quite the whole pack. Okay, I've left, I don't know, probably a third of that pack because that's going to be plenty of flavor. So see how that looks? And now I'm going to take the remaining soup that is in here and put on top. And then I have another can, so I'm using actually 2 cans of the cream of mushroom. And then I just spread this out to where it kind of covers the top. And this is, I do the 2 cans too because we want the gravy. Those girls are gravy lovers and they're gonna want that gravy on their cream potatoes, and especially since I'm making homemade biscuits, they really want that gravy. I was thinking the other day when I was thinking about my Ma Bell, I'm gonna have to cook for you. My cousin came on there, Randy, and was saying something about when I did the burgers that he knows that everybody says their grandmother's the best cook, but he said our Ma Bell really was, and she really was. But the way she did her beef roast, she'd boil it, she'd fry it in the oven, and that broth that came off that beef, y'all made the best gravy. I'm gonna have to do that for y'all sometime. But this is the way it looks going over there to put it on. So I'm putting it on now on high for 2 hours, and then I'll drop it down to low. See how thick it is in the middle? And so it's got to cook all the way up. And so then when I get in from church, it's going to be perfect. And we'll show you what it looks like. Hey everyone, I want you to see my minute steaks. I cooked them like I told you I did. I cooked them on high for 2 hours, and I realized I needed to tell y'all that I think I had 22 of these in here. So the more you layer them, the longer they're gonna have to cook. But see how they come out and how they just tear apart. Look at that. Look how great that is. We'll enjoy these. And then the gravy, we've got the gravy in here that we will eat on our cream potatoes. So I hope y'all will try these. They're the beef cube steak is what it is. And I think there were 4 in some packages and 5 in some. So anyway, that's what it looks like. It's crazy around here now. I've got okra frying. I still got chicken nuggets to fry, but we're trying to get our meal ready so that we can enjoy our time together. But I hope that you'll keep faith in your heart, peace in your home, and good food on your table. I love you, and God bless.